What if I told you that we've already discovered over 5,000 exoplanets, planets that orbit stars far, far away beyond our solar system? Sounds amazing, right? But here's the catch. Despite all these discoveries, we still haven't found definitive proof of life on any of them. So, why haven't we found life on other planets yet, even though there are so many out there? Today, we're going to explore this mystery with the help of some groundbreaking tools, including NASA's incredible James Webb Space Telescope. When we think of space, we often imagine a vast, empty void. But in recent years, we've learned that space is anything but empty. It's full of planets, many of which could potentially support life. So, why haven't we found aliens? The truth is more complicated than we think, and it all begins with the discovery of these exoplanets. Let's start by understanding how we discovered these thousands of exoplanets in the first place. The first confirmed exoplanet was found in 1992. Back then, the idea of discovering planets outside our solar system seemed like a far-fetched dream. Fast forward to today, and we've identified over 5,000 of them, thanks to advancements in telescope technology and methods like the transit method, where we detect the tiny dip in a star's brightness as a planet passes in front of it. But here's where things get even more interesting. The more we discover, the more we realize how many of these exoplanets could be habitable. In fact, scientists believe there are hundreds of planets in what's known as the habitable zone, the region around a star where conditions are just right for liquid water to exist. This is a key ingredient for life as we know it. But with all these potential candidates, the question still remains: why haven't we found life yet? After all, Earth is just one of many planets in our galaxy. Shouldn't life be common? It turns out the answer is a bit more complicated. For starters, not all exoplanets in the habitable zone are created equal. Some of these planets are rocky, like Earth, and others are gas giants like Jupiter. It's the rocky ones with solid surfaces that we're most interested in, as they're more likely to have conditions that can support life. But just because a planet is in the habitable zone doesn't guarantee that it has the right conditions for life. The atmosphere is just as important. Without the right mix of gases, a planet might not be able to support life, no matter how perfect its distance from its star is. And this is where the James Webb Space Telescope comes in. The James Webb Space Telescope, launched in 2021, is the most powerful space telescope ever built. It's designed to study the universe in infrared light, which allows it to peer through gas clouds and dust, revealing the secrets of far-off planets and galaxies. Unlike previous telescopes, Webb can study the atmospheres of exoplanets in unprecedented detail. By analyzing the light passing through the atmospheres of these distant planets, scientists can determine what gases are present, and that's crucial in the search for life. For example, if we find oxygen, methane, and carbon dioxide in the right quantities, we might be looking at a planet that could potentially support life. But even with the James Webb Space Telescope's incredible capabilities, there's still a catch. The planets we're studying are often hundreds of light years away. That means the light we're receiving from them is ancient. When we look at these planets, we're seeing them as they were hundreds, sometimes thousands, of years ago. The chances that we're seeing them at the exact moment when life is emerging is incredibly slim. So, while the search for life continues, it's not surprising that we haven't found any yet. The universe is simply too vast, and the timing just hasn't lined up. That said, the discovery of exoplanets that could potentially support life is incredibly exciting. For example, the TRAPPIST-1 system, located just 40 light-years away, contains 7 Earth-sized planets, 3 of which are in the habitable zone. Scientists are already planning to study the atmospheres of these planets with the James Webb Space Telescope, hoping to find the chemical signatures of life. But even with such promising discoveries, we still don't know if life exists beyond Earth. And the more we learn, the more we realize how difficult it is to pinpoint the exact conditions necessary for life. Let's not forget the challenges that come with the search for life. For one, we're limited by technology. While the James Webb Space Telescope is an incredible tool, it's still in its early stages, and there are many unknowns when it comes to detecting life on distant planets. Plus, we're still working with the assumption that life elsewhere would be similar to life on Earth. But what if life exists in forms that we can't even imagine yet? The discovery of extraterrestrial life could be completely different from what we expect. And that's part of the thrill of the search. Another factor to consider is the vastness of space itself. Our galaxy alone contains hundreds of billions of stars, and many of them have planets orbiting them. But even though we've discovered over 5,000 exoplanets, we've only just begun to scratch the surface. It's estimated that there are tens of billions of potentially habitable planets in the Milky Way, and many of them could be too far for us to reach with our current technology. In fact, the closest potentially habitable planet is Proxima Centauri b, which is over 4 light-years away. That's just within our reach, but getting there would take thousands of years with current technology.
So, why haven't we found life yet? The truth is that we might not have looked in the right place at the right time. We're still early in our search for life beyond Earth. The discovery of water on exoplanets is a major step forward, but it's only the beginning. There are millions of planets out there waiting to be discovered, and with each discovery, we get closer to understanding the true nature of the universe. Will we find life out there? Only time will tell. But one thing is certain. The search for alien life is one of the most exciting and challenging endeavors humanity has ever undertaken. And even if we don't find life in our lifetime, the journey will have been worth it. Each exoplanet we discover, each new discovery we make, brings us closer to understanding our place in the universe. So, keep looking up, because the universe is full of wonders that we've yet to uncover. And who knows, the next big breakthrough in the search for life might be just around the corner. The James Webb Space Telescope is just the beginning. The search for life beyond Earth will continue, and with every new discovery, we get one step closer to finding the answers we've been seeking for centuries. The universe is vast, mysterious, and filled with potential. And we're just getting started. What do you think? Will we find life out there? Let us know in the comments, and be sure to like and subscribe for more updates on this exciting journey.